The Loaded Joe's MMA Podcast.
Going back to drinking beer and eating fruit roll. There you go.
Backing off is the best exercise you can have. There's pleasure and there's workout.
UFC climbing in your windows, snatching your people up.
If they made basketball illegal, it wouldn't even bother me.
I don't like other sports. They're boring to me. Everything else pales in comparison to the excitement of mixed martial arts fighting.
I will be successful at MMA.
I come from, people like that get slapped.
In my opinion? Why is that? Because I said so.
Because I'm going to put those hands on you worse than that dude did with other kids at Penn State.
Once again, we are underway.
Hello. What's going on? Welcome to the first episode of Loaded Joe's MMA podcast. I am your host, Money Blake Weather Stevenson. To my side, I got John Mirror.
John Maddox. What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
This guy over here, man. All right.
How's it going?
We also
Live
got
from Austin,
Ryan over
Texas.
here eating some pizza, getting loaded, just like Loaded Joes do.
With some pizza.
Love it.
FYI after 10. Wink, wink.
We are over here watching Invicta 10, the Roxanne Modafferi, and was it KGB? Watching KGB?
Do it for Putin.
She's on the ground a little bit. Today we have a special guest. We have Matt Jones, current pro MMA fighter. Just recently had his last fight in Bellator, fought Bubba McDaniels, who is no easy test. Definitely a contender in the Bellator division right now. So right now we're going to give Matt a call. He's going to start us off on our first podcast, and let's see where this goes. I'm excited. It's our first one.
Oh yeah, let's get this party started.
Yeah, turn it down a little bit.
Hello.
Matt, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, my man?
How's it going, man? This is Blake, a.k.a. Money Blake Weather. How you doing, buddy?
Sure. I'm doing all right, man. It's actually chilling at my in-laws house right now.
What's that now?
I actually just left training and I headed over to my in-laws' place.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, well, you got about 20 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic, man. Over here. Perfect. How was training? How'd that go, boss?
Good, actually. Just getting ready. If that January 10th fight pulls through, I'll be good to go. So just after training tonight.
Fantastic, man. So you're fighting in the middleweight division. You're going to fight middleweight this fight? It's not going to be a light heavyweight fight, right?
No, it's actually going to be welterweight, dude.
Oh, shit. Okay. Nice, man.
I've gotten enough. Wait, say that again?
I was going to say, has the cut been pretty good? Been pretty easy?
I haven't really started cutting, to be honest.
Oh, man. No worries, man. Do you walk around pretty big?
Well, when I fight light heavy, I'm probably hitting close to 220.
Okay.
And I'm not too much lighter when I go middle, so maybe 212, 13.
Okay.
So I'm walking closer to 205, and that's just because I've just cut out some quick things and increased cardio stuff.
Okay, I got you. Well, that's not too far bad. I mean, that's not like not anything drastic. You're not like walking around heavyweight right now. You're pretty close.
Yeah,
there.
it should be okay.
Fantastic. Well, we got my two other hosts. We got my buddy John Miller and Ryan. John, you want to say hi, buddy?
Hey, what's up? I'm John. I've heard a lot about you from Money Blake Weather over here. And I do have a few questions for you a little bit later on, but I'm going to let Blake take it from here.
Okay, sounds good, man.
Awesome, man. So tell us, man. So far, I'm going through your record. It's 7-8-1. I mean, it's not a bad record to have. I saw the losses to, of course, Bubba McDaniels and Linton Vassell. Were those at different weight classes? I mean, I had a few questions, man, because I'd seen you fought Roger Navarez, who was recently on the Austin card. So I'm sure that fight was probably at middleweight, and Linton, you said, was at light heavyweight. Kind of talk us through this, man. So do you have a specific weight class you like to fight at?
Yeah, I think what happened is I stayed a little too active and started taking the role on of an opponent, and Bellator caught me on a high. I was at King of the Cage and won 2 fights at middleweight. But I was closer to 180. I was closer probably, and both those guys I think came up in weight from welterweight. So I think that was part of it. But when I had the first 2 fights in Bellator, I fought Cortez and then I fought Linton. And in between, I had 3 fights. I fought Roger. And if you get a chance to watch that Navarez fight, you'll see it was a little bit of not a controversy. It was just Roger hit me with the straight left. And if you watch the Cortez fight, it was just a bit of a brawl. So my left eye was kind of closed. And when he caught me, I couldn't see. And the ref ended up stopping the fight.
Holy shit.
It wasn't a situation where I was like putting my hands up covering my eye.
Right.
But I just couldn't see. I was bleeding.
So was that a decision?
No, it was
a stoppage.
They considered it a doctor stoppage, TKO.
Oh shit, man. Well, there's no there's no fault in that right there. And I mean, I saw you went all 3 rounds with Linton Vassell, who recently had that loss over there with Emmanuel Newton. I mean, he fought for the belt, and there's no shame in that either. Going 3 rounds with Linton. Tell us about that fight, man. I've really only been able to see a lot of. I've tried to go look to see like some of your other fights. I've really been able to really see like a highlight video on YouTube, and that was that one day when I wrote you. The first day I met you. We'll get into that in just a minute, man. But walk us through that, man. Like how was that? Did you feel comfortable at that weight when you were fighting? Did you feel comfortable? I'm sure he tried to take it to the ground a few times.
Yeah, Linton, you'd be surprised, is a much better grappler than he's a striker. He's somewhat awkward in his grappling.
Mm-hmm.
I trained at Brazilian Top Team here in San Antonio.
Oh, man, I didn't even know they had one. Awesome.
Yeah, it's been here quite a while. Marcelo Salazar is the head black belt there. And actually, during that camp, he left. He left at the beginning of camp and opened up a new gym in Florida. So it kind of threw a wrench in the preparation. Because if you look at Marcelo, man, the guy's got a crazy background. But going with Linton, it was a good fight. The guy exposed a lot in me, and I really just had to be tough and not allow him to get, any solid position, not sit on top of me and try to finish me. He tried, but he didn't let him.
For sure. So when did you start getting into MMA, and what was your background going into it, man? Were you more of a wrestler? Were you more of a boxer? I watch your fights and I see a lot of really good double legs. I see a lot of really good hooks. I see you coming in with that knee really good. What was your background, and when did you start? And you're like, yeah, I could probably fuck some people up. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it started. I think I was 26, maybe about. I'm 32, 4. Maybe about 5 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I met Richard Smith and Marcelo Salazar, and Smitty, what we call him. He's an Air Force boxer, but had a background in kickboxing out of Colorado. And so he started training me, and then Coach, or Marcelo, is a Greco-Roman freestyle wrestler. And so he started training me too. And my game became very divided. It was striking or it was grappling, and that was it.
Damn. That's crazy. So you started off kickboxing?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, I got lucky enough to meet them both at the same time. So for the most part, I was training both. Dude, my background prior to this was athletics.
Oh yeah. You look you look super smooth when you're going into those takedowns.
Hey, calm down now.
You look super smooth when you go into those takedowns. I mean, it looks like a super smooth transition. Very you kind of hit the nail on the head. Very athletic. I didn't know what your background was, to be honest. And Sherdog doesn't always tell you all the finer details. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I was pretty interested in that. So you got started and you felt good. None of us really know what it's like going through. I've trained MMA off and on since I was 20 years old, and that's how I kind of got into the sport. And I've never really gone full head. I mean, what was the mindset, the transition, kind of going into it, man?
Dude, that's the greatness of the beauty of MMA, man. It was a decision I made when I was, I don't know, I guess 25, 26, and I was like, I'm just going to fight. I was tired of trying to make money, being a door guy in an insurance company, basically not happy with the way things were. And in this sport, you can really go from either an unknown to a known, or from a non-fighter to a fighter, from a loser to a winner.
Right. Right.
So I just decided, dude. Literally, I started training 6 months later, had my first amateur fight in Florida. I won that. I fought again a month later, or 2 weeks later, I fought again.
Mm-hmm.
And then within a 6-month period, I had 4 amateur fights and decided to turn pro.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And then just went from there. I picked the hardest fights I could pick and find. I figured if I can win those, you get there, you get to the biggest stage as soon as possible.
Hell yeah. That's the way to do it, man. Test yourself. That's what MMA's. That's definitely what it's about, man. Well, that's pretty badass, man. So I would kind of walk through everybody real quick. They were kind of asking me how I met you. I saw this guy. I saw Matt. You were posting to Sam Kaplan. I don't know did you know him while you were in Bellator? Is that why? Or you just kind of followed him along?
No, Sam is the one who found me at King of the Cage.
I kind of thought that, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, man. I listened to Sam and Jason Floyd's podcast, the Insiders MMA, and when I saw you post over to Sam, I don't know what it was, man. I think like I liked something, and I don't know, like we kind of hit it off back and forth, man. I watched your fight, and we just kind of clicked, man, and letting you know that I was letting you know that the Titan was coming in here pretty soon. I know Jeff Aronson still hasn't released a date yet. I mean, I'm hoping you can get on that card, man, when they come down here, because I think your record's pretty fitting, to be on the card, man. But yeah,
my record's in a position where I can go either way, north or south. I really just gotta make good movement,
Right, for sure. What weight class would you want to fight at welter? Would you like to stay at middle? I mean, I know a lot of your fights were at middle, right?
Yeah, the majority of my fight, it's almost been equal.
Yeah?
I think I've had 5 or 6 205, and then like 5 or 6 at 185.
Oh, dang, okay. It is pretty split, huh? And then you kind of had these one-offs over at light heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha, man. Well, yeah, that's kind of the backstory with us. I mean, just kind of hit it off, and Matt seemed like a pretty friendly guy, and so far so good. I mean, he's pretty chill. Hit him up with about the fights, and speaking of the fights, man, this weekend, who like top 2, the Pettis fight and the Hendricks fight, man. What do you think about these? Who are you going with?
Dude, hands down, the best card this year. Arguably one of the best cards in a long time.
Hell yeah, I agree.
I totally agree with that.
I'm a Melendez fan, and then I'm a Hendricks fan because he's in Texas. But I followed Robbie Lawler back in the day, so it's tough to that one. I just want to watch the fight. Can't pick one.
I got you. I got you, man. Yeah. No, we kind of have our own little MMA fantasy league over here, and I've got Pettis on my team, so I'm going with my boy tomorrow. And I've been watching that Lawler and Hendricks fight like a madman. And I don't know, man. Lawler did good, but he's looked better in the fights after that fight, and we'll see how good, I guess, Hendricks comes back looking,
Hendricks is gonna win.
Hendricks might he might pull off the win, man. If he can get those takedowns landed, I think he can definitely take it. But I'm gonna hand the mic over here to John. It looks like he's got a few questions.
I got a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people that inspire to eventually be in some type of martial arts. For you, what was one of the biggest fears or things that you felt that were in your way before you actually decided to fully go through with it? Okay, can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I can hear you clearly. That's something no one's ever asked me as far as fears. It's always like, well, what got you into it, or why you were confident in fighting. No one's ever asked what stood in your way getting there. I don't know, man. I think I was more afraid not to fail.
Mm-hmm.
you know, or be that guy who at the end of the day, you know, when you're older and you're like, man, I could have done this, or I could have tried that. It was getting over that feeling and actually training and then actually saying yes to a fight.
And you know, that's a great explanation, because I know a lot of people feel you know, that fear of eventually getting into fail and not live up to what they think of, you know, inside their head that they can do. One more thing for you is that I know one of my biggest fears is, you know, possibly getting hit. Like, what actually is it like to get, you know, your first, you know, hit in the face like that? That's
John,
one
I
thing
can punch
know,
you in the
like,
face right now.
Nah, I mean, I'm not that loaded yet for, you know, get a hit in the face, but maybe a little bit later. I'm drinking vodka straight, room temperature. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. Almost there. Not quite.
You gotta go back to Fight Club. You know, how much do you really know about yourself until you've been into a fight? You know.
That's very true.
That's like
so
the quote.
It's one of those things. When I fought Austin Lilly in Florida, this kid was built like a truck, and he hit me with an uppercut that, I mean, put me in another cloud for a second. But my reaction to that is basically what set my career up, I think. But it hurts. My legs got a little wobbly. I remember dropping my head, throwing an overhand right, and then he went down. And then I was like, okay, you know, this is where I need to be at.
Your warrior spirit kicked in, like your spirit overcame you, and you just started to go for it.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things where it was more getting hit or getting attacked almost turns on everything. It gets you going, and it's like, you know what, I'm here, I'm ready to dance.
And at that point, is your thinking clear, or are you not thinking? Like, what mindset are you in at that time?
Things slow down. Things definitely slow down, and it gets a little bit easier. Because, man, before you get hit, or before you actually, I don't know, engage or get into the fight, things are really fast. You can hear the crowd. Like, you see every movement the guy makes, you know, and you're worried about everything. But once the fight gets going and sweat starts flying, blood here and there, you feel blood, it's different. It's just different. Everything slows down. You start noticing and being aware of things. Not that you see it, you just move or you go.
That's one thing I was actually going to ask. This is Ryan, by the way. As far as...
hold on real quick. I got Ryan on the line right here. Hold on.
We don't have him on the line. We have him here.
yeah. Sorry. So this is Ryan. I was going to ask about that. When you're actually in the fight, like we just went to the Austin one and, you know, we're all cheering for the fighters. Do you actually, kind of like what you said, after you get hit, you know, and everything slows down, do you even hear the crowd? Do you like, I mean, is it just that tunnel vision that you're just like focused on what you're doing? Like, do you hear your coaches? Do you have to train yourself to pay attention to them?
No. Finish what you're saying.
Oh, I was saying, like, if you do kind of like get that tunnel vision where you're not really hearing anything else, do you really have to focus on listening to your coaches and stuff like that as they're yelling? Like, is that something that you do?
Yeah, it's part of the training camp, man. Like, when you have 1, 2, or maybe even 3 coaches consistently, you can just pick their voices out. It's easy. Like, Schmitty, he really wasn't with me in my pro career because he moved over to Florida too, because Air Force stuff, but he was in my corner as an Army, and he would say things. We'd have our own vocabulary. He would tell me smell the honey, and that just meant pick your head up whenever, you know, you're throwing punches or you're shooting for takedowns. And I would hear him, you know, before anybody. And we would always practice at 10 seconds. You'd hear the 2 pieces of wood clapping together. And that just meant, you know, go forward. Don't stop, go forward. He's not going to knock you out. Try to finish him. In some areas, like I fought in Oklahoma against this dude, Brian Grinnell. He was the favorite, and that was a main event fight. And that one, I mean, everybody was screaming and yelling and whatnot. But once the fight got going, you just don't hear him. I guess it would be more of a tunnel vision type deal.
Yeah, you just block everyone out. I've always wondered that, you know, you kind of see people going, and I mean, obviously the crowd gets hyped up. You know, you want to see who you're going for win, but Yeah, it's different being obviously in the audience, and then you're the only one in there in the cage. So I was talking about
Some crowds are quiet, man. Some crowds are real quiet, and they just want to see the big strike. And some crowds, like I remember one, I don't know where I fought. The dude was screaming, "Here's looking head off! Here's arm off!" And it was like you can hear him say it, you know. And I wanted to turn around and be like, "You step in here. Let me tear your head off, man." Like,
you come in here and fight me.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
All right, here's Blake again. Thanks, man.
Okay.
All right. So over here, man, the whole point of this podcast, man, I'm glad you came on to be our first guest. The whole point of the Loaded Joes, man, is we're just average guys who we drink and we talk some shit about some MMA, you know what I mean? So
it's a people's sport, man.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man. It's so much fun to watch it with a crew that understands it. With that in mind, though, I'm doing a little rapid fire. I got 13 random ass questions. You know, they could be some simple shit. They could be some random ass shit, man. So just get ready for whatever, okay?
All right, shoot.
All right, man. 13 questions, man. We're gonna time you, man. We got a 2-minute timer going. So, all right, first one. Who's your favorite fighter, bro?
Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva. All right.
Hell yeah.
Favorite fast food, bro?
Pizza.
Pizza? What kind of pizza?
Hell yeah.
Oh man, meatballs. Well,
Meatball
not
pizza?
meatballs, but like sausage or meat pizza.
We got 3 pizzas
Fuck
right
yeah,
now.
we're eating some pizzas right now, so fuck yeah, dude. All right, your favorite drink? You're at the bar. What's your favorite drink?
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. All right.
Nice,
You a
good.
tits or ass man?
Oh shit! Dude, come on. Definitely the backside though. Yeah, ass man.
You ass man. All right. What's your favorite movie, bro?
Money Pit. Not Tom Cruise. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, Money Pit. Favorite musician?
That's a good question. Mos Def.
Mos Def. All right. Now we get some random ass shit. Fallon Fox or Cyborg Santos? Who has a bigger dick?
Dude, the only reason I'm picking Cyborg is because she's the only woman fighter that I know can definitely beat a man. I think it's legit.
Oh, all right, man. Country with the most beautiful women?
It's between Brazil and Mexico.
Fuck yeah.
Brazil.
Country with the ugliest women?
I heard France has got some ugly women, dude.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. Celebrity crush?
Alyssa Milano.
Oh, nice. Favorite Will Smith song, bro?
Will Smith song? Shit, dude. What was the Men in Black song where he was doing the dance? That one.
The Men in Black? The Men in Black. All right. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? You got to pick one.
No choice.
Neither. I'll burn on that one.
Oh, hell, dude. You got hate for Justin Timberlake. All right. Greatest fight you've ever seen?
That's hard.
That is a hard one.
It's Lawler Hendricks one.
This last one?
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That was our 13, dude. Nice. What stuck out in that fight, man?
That takedown at the end of the fight.
Heart, baby.
You know?
The heart, yeah.
Easily. Go ahead.
No, I said the heart, man. The heart in that fight. You see, like, both of their hearts, you know?
It was a fight. It was plain and simply, it was a fight. It was Forrest Griffin, Stephen Bonham.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
That was a fight.
It was more technical. It was a higher level than their fight was, but the way they fought, you could see they're both trained. They both wanted it. I don't think Lawler was 100% either. Because watching him fight lately, he looks like he's a different fighter than that fight.
Yeah, I think the takedowns, dude, he didn't land almost no takedowns except for that 5th round one, which is, I guess, where it counted. But, like, you know, that torn bicep may have done a lot. And he didn't throw – I don't know if he threw all of his power into that left hand that he normally, you know, can. Even though it wasn't his, you know, his left hand that had the tear, you know. That's his power one that he throws and knocks motherfuckers out with.
Dude, that whole fight, though, he was not pitter-pattering, but he was throwing a lot more combinations, being a little tricky. his fights prior to that, it was a little jab, then boom, big left hand.
Or uppercut, you know, someone coming out of fucking nowhere, like he did with GSP. Even though GSP is my favorite fighter, man.
GSP, John Fitch, I think Condit he caught.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. One I always go back to is the fucking Clay Guida and Diego Sanchez fight. And I watched that the other day with my buddy Jordan, and that fucking fight, oh my god. Just, oh my god. It might not have been the most technical, and what Diego fight really is. I mean, but oh my god, you know?
unless that guy, you know, breaks a leg and can't fight, I think he's always going to be a UFC fighter.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Diego Sanchez just throws. I mean, he even put Melendez in a really bad spot.
Oh, yes, that fight, man.
Oh, that was a badass fight,
That
too.
was a badass fight.
Well, what about the Brian Stan and Wanderlei Silva?
Brian Stan Vanderlei Silva. That fight, yeah.
That fight was fucking
That
nuts.
fight was...
Like, for real.
They got up, and they knocked each other down again. They got up, they knocked each other down again.
I've never seen that
many knockdowns. It was a coin flip, dude. It was a coin flip.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I wonder what would have happened, even though Vanderlei is one of my top 5 favorite fighters of all time. What would have happened if he wasn't on, you know, TRT? You know?
Yeah, really.
What would have happened? That fight could have gone differently had he not been. I mean, I'm not taking that loss away from him, but that fight could have gone so differently.
Didn't he win that fight?
He won that fight,
Yeah,
but
he
I'm
won
not
that
taking
fight.
the loss away from him. But I'm just saying, like,
Brian Stan's a good fighter.
Brian Stan is amazing, and I mean, I'm not saying, you know, I want Brian Stan to win that fight, but we're going off on a tangent, man. I'm just saying that TRT business is tricky,
dude.
you know.
Watch Wandy in Pride, and watch Wandy, you know, in the beginning of the UFC. The guy was in a ridiculous shape. I mean, he was always in good shape, and as he got older, you could tell he was slipping on some things, and he just did whatever he needed to do to stay active, you know,
right?
Or stay injury free, I guess.
Well, the thing was, I mean, I have a whole bunch of Pride fights on DVD. Like, I literally went to Amazon and ordered a fuck ton of Pride fights. Like, I had to go watch them. Like, I have time at work to do that, which is okay. You know, I don't have the best job, but, you know, I got time to watch fights, so fuck everybody else. You know what I mean? But I'm truly, definitely like a student of the game, man. I love to watch fights anytime I can in my off time. Like, that's what I do. Some people bird watch, some people go camping. I fucking watch fights.
Who the fuck watches birds?
I don't know who the fuck watches. I don't know who the fuck watches birds. I'm just saying. But like, if we were watching, I was watching the fight again. My buddy Jordan, man, he would be on the podcast right now. His throat's a bit ill, but he's still over here with us. He's eating some pizzas with us. But we were watching the Vanderlei Silva and the Mirko Krokop fight. And actually, I think you can even take it back further with the Vanderlei when he fought Mark Hunt at heavyweight. And after that fight, man, he just was not the same, dude. Like, he had that loss to Vanderlei. So Vanderlei had that fight with Mark Hunt. He lost. I mean, he got dropped in that fight. And fucking, he was 220 fighting a 270, 80-pound Mark Hunt.
Dude,
open weight class.
Hunt he's big, but he's an athletic big guy.
Yes. Yes, he's a skinny fat guy. In his heart, he is skinny. Yeah. He's fucking skinny.
Trunk ass legs and moving like that.
Huge ass fucking, but he moves like a fucking lightweight, dude. But after that fight, you know, Vanderlei had that loss to Ricardo Rona. Then he had that loss to Krokop, but he was winning for a long time at Pride. But I don't think he's ever been the same since that fucking fight, dude. You can't take punches from Mark Hunt and be okay.
Yeah. Fuck.
You're not gonna. Mark Hunt, look at that lineup though. That's a murderer's row right there. Ricardo Rona was a hard hitter. Krokop basically had 2 shotguns for legs.
Oh hell yeah!
It was like it wasn't fair.
But I mean, he would go up from what his natural weight class, what we consider his natural weight class now, 185. You know, he went up to fight at heavyweight and take these big punches. He didn't have bigger fists than them. He had just the same heart. But, I mean, he went up there and fought these gargantuan motherfuckers. I mean, everybody he fought was a murderer's row. I mean, he fought Sakuraba when Sakuraba was on the fucking tear with all the fucking Gracies, dude.
He owns Sakuraba, dude.
Yes. I mean, every single time. then he had those wars with Rampage. I mean, he took some damage, but those knees that he delivered, dude, they hurt my grandma. You know what I mean?
Dude, those are classic. That's classic stuff.
My grandma's tough.
I got one of the Mexican grandmas too, man. She don't give no fuck. She'll pinch you at church and shit. You know what I mean? So.
She just bites down on the mouthpiece and takes it.
Fucking. But yeah, and then he had those fights with Ricardo Rona and Mirko, Mark Hunt. I mean, he had some fucking wars back then, man. Fucking wars, and he didn't give no fucks, man. But
no, he didn't.
Yeah, that's a tale for a different day, man.
I got a question for you.
Oh, hang on, man.
Hey, what's up, man? I wanted to ask you, like, what was the first fight that you see, in MMA that got you interested? For me, like, my brothers actually ordered UFC in the 90s, and they had that bitch recorded on, like, fucking VHS. Remember that shit? The 8-track of the 90s and shit?
Yeah,
like,
what? The original UFC.
Yeah. So, essentially, I mean, I know it was really inspiring to see all these big-ass people fight, like, little karate dudes in the blue suit with those illegal elbows to the nut shot. But, like, for you, like, what was the first fight that you saw that, kind of got you interested in this crazy-ass sport that a lot of people refuse to let people fight in for many of our states for all the years and shit? So what was that fight?
GSP versus Matt Hughes, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
When he won the belt, and the way that he just, because at the time, Matt Hughes, you couldn't mess with him, dude.
He was a beast.
Well, which fight? You mean the second fight with Matt Hughes where he won?
The one where he got the belt. I think that might have been his second.
The second one, yeah, because he beat him in the second and third one. He beat him with a knockout, and then the second one he beat him with an armbar. Oh, my God.
Yeah. It was that armbar, man.
That fucking armbar, dude. Yeah, he slapped that shit on, dude. Matt was like, tap, 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 tap. Yeah, dude. Oh, my God.
Huge. That was definitely a fight for me that was like, you know what, like, this is something I want. I don't know what it was about that, but that was what did it for me.
Well, fuck yeah, man. Well, question, Matt, how often are you in Austin, man? Do you ever come up here?
Who is it? You got a guy up there, Andrew Craig, I believe, is in Austin.
Okay.
And he trains at I think it's called Austin Kickboxing Academy.
Oh, yeah, dude, I trained over there. I love that place.
Yeah, Roger, during this last camp, invited me up there just to work with him and get up there. I haven't been up there yet, but that's kind of something I'm trying to make that trip, dude. Hell
yeah, man. Well, the next time you're up here, man, definitely come over here. If you're here for the night or for the day, man, definitely come up here. We'll record something live with you, or fucking just chop it up, watch some fights. I mean, we keep it chill over here, brother. Hell yeah, man. What's that?
Texas boys, man.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. All of us. Well, Matt, at this point, man, you got any sponsors? Let people know where they can find you. Let people know where they can see you, man.
January 10th, if things work out, we'll be here in San Antonio. I got the whole Instagram, Twitter, Facebook thing going on. Everything's at Fight Jones. Big shout out to Revolutus Fightwear, Vindix Fitness, my strength, and then Champion Fit Boxing for my hands.
Fuck yeah, man.
Go, man.
And where everybody can find you, you're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you everywhere?
Yeah. Twitter is Fight Jones 3. Instagram is just Fight Jones. And then Facebook is Matt Fight Jones.
Matt Fight Jones. Who Fight Jones? That's right.
There you go.
Hell yeah, man. Well, Matt, we appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you for so much time. I know we went a little bit over what we agreed to, but it sounds like everybody's just, just feeling it. That's what we do here. We just kind of feel it and go with it, man. Anybody else have anything else for Matt before we get off the phone with him?
Hey, thanks, Matt, for coming on with us. I know this is the first podcast, but you've done great.
Oh, thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Just want to say thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, man, you guys actually did a really good job. We've done this before here in town, and it didn't work out at all.
Oh.
You guys didn't have the equipment, and it just didn't work. So.
We're not them boys.
It sounded good at the time, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, dude. Were you pretty skeptical when I asked you to come on here, man?
Not really. I don't know why either, man. Like, I meet this guy on Twitter, and I'm like, all right, let's do this. Let's see how it works out. And then you text me today, and I'm like, well, fuck yeah, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah, man, dude. We're about it over here, dude. I'm so glad you were able to make it on. I'm so glad everything worked out. Best of luck to you. I'm going to stay in touch with you, man. Next time you come to Austin, we all come out, have a bite together, man. Have a drink together. You probably can't drink. You can't drink yet. When you can have a drink, goddamn it, we'll have a drink. We drink some water, goddamn it. But Matt, we appreciate you coming out, man. Thank you so much, and I'll stay in touch, brother.
All right, MDW, I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. You have a good rest of the evening. Be safe, bro. That was Matt Jones, everybody. What did everybody think of Matt, man?
It was cool, man.
Dude, fucking cool. Fucking cool, dude. Oh, we're not even done, though. We're not done. Yeah, this fucking steamboat is still rolling.
All I gotta say is, Blake, you gotta take a shot or drink a beer. Do something. You've been talking the whole fucking time.
I'm gonna take a.
He's loading on words, not on anything else. Loosen up. Pizza,
right.
bitch.
I'm gonna eat some pizza. I'm gonna have some beer. I want Ryan and John take it over. Let's talk about 181 coming up tomorrow. I know we got the Todd Duffy fight. We got the Brendan Schaub fight. We got the fucking Anthony Pettis fight. We got my mama fighting probably. I don't know.
I got money on her.
Talk about it, man. I'm gonna go take a weebies real quick.
John, it's all you.
All right, what's up, Ryan? What do you got tomorrow? Hendricks or Robbie?
Probably going Hendricks.
What was that?
Going Hendricks.
All right, that I'm just making sure. So I don't know. For me, like I kind of question how Robbie looked against Matt Brown. Like he didn't seem to have that tenacity or that fire that we seen in the previous fights before that. I kind of think he was kind of worried about like how much Matt Brown can actually take, because that motherfucker's pretty hard to take out.
Yeah.
And I think he was really worried about getting caught up, all that dirty boxing up against the gate. I mean, what do you think about the overall performance of Robbie on that fight?
I still haven't seen that one, so.
You still haven't seen that fight?
No, dude.
Nah, man. Hey, Blake, come back, Blake.
Well then, that's yeah.
All right.
We're gonna have to watch that fight then.
Nah, but that fight for me, I mean, I expected Robbie Lawler to actually possibly knock Brown out, but I mean, honestly, God, I was a little disappointed in Robbie because I thought he would have took it to him, and then when the decision, I believe it was a decision. I mean, it was a good. Well, it wasn't a Robbie fight, honestly. Like
yeah. I remember Robbie back in the day, though.
He's a beast. That nigga knocks people out. So like, I mean, after his loss to Hendricks, like he was tearing up, between people and going through fights, like butter with a knife and shit. But in all honesty, like hopefully we see a different Robbie Lawler tomorrow night, because I'm expecting a fucking war. Johnny Hendricks, hopefully he's at least 80 to 90%. No torn bicep bullshit, because for him, I really did like how he changed it up, even though he was hurt. He did all those combinations, and he really showed a different side of Hendricks, of what he could do in the heart that he can display, especially in that fifth and final round that got him that win. Ryan, since you're here and you're not stuffing your face with pizza, you're loading up on air and shit, even though it's after 10. What do you got to say about that last fight when they fought?
I'll tell you who's got something to say, Blake, because he's back.
All right, Blake, take it away.
That last fight I watched. I've been watching it all week. I think Robbie in that fight, and everybody's pointed out, he didn't throw the way he needs to, the way he did during the Matt Brown fight. During the Matt Brown fight, he threw a lot more combinations. Mm-hmm. During that fight, he cut a lot more angles off. And Matt Brown didn't try to go for the takedown. I think that fight really helped him with his striking, which is what he just wasn't. He wasn't dynamic with his striking. He was just throwing fucking punches during the Hendricks fight. Hendricks was came out first round throwing fucking leg kicks
and combinations.
I mean,
combinations. He never throws leg kicks.
No, fuck that. I never saw him throw a leg kick in my life.
Out of nowhere.
My uncle's throwing my leg kicks in him. He don't even know nothing about MMA. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think here's the thing, man. Here's what it comes down to. Hendricks has been out for 8 months Robbie's had 2 fights since then. He's
Yeah.
had the Jake Ellenberger fight, you know, and it was a stoppage legitly, and then he had the win against Matt Brown, where during that fight, man, it was definitely it definitely favored Lawler, man. Definitely favored Lawler in the aspect of he was just throwing just way more and landing way more. He got hit one or two times, man, by Matt Brown, and Matt Brown was trying to catch him with some good knees. He was trying to outwork him, but I think in this fight, man, it's going to come down to how much work did and how much improvement did Robbie Lawler have in those 2 fights, and how much can he apply from the Hendricks fight to now, because Hendricks at this point he didn't have time to get those fights in. He's just going to maintain where he was at.
So possibly, do you think there's going to be any type of ring rust with Hendricks coming back off that injury?
No, he's been out for 8 months before, I'm sure, dude. I don't think there's going to be any kind of ring rust. The thing that I'm wondering about is he going to be as dynamic as Robbie Lawler's going to come to the ring being, seeing as Robbie Lawler has those 2 fights ahead of him. You know, he's I think, you go through training camps and you go to train stuff that you need to work on to get better for that fight. Hendricks hasn't. I don't know if he's been able to do that. I know what he wanted to do, and I was listening on one of the podcasts I listened to. I listened to like every single one of them out there, man. But what he wanted to do ideally was have a training camp before his fight. And originally his fight was scheduled, remember, for February, and then Weidman had to pull out. And so what he ended up doing was making this training camp something that his real camp, which I hope we see a 100% Johnny Hendricks fight a 100% Robbie Lawler, which it looks like. I mean, Robbie Lawler's looking beastly.
Lawler usually is 100%.
He's looking beastly, man. I really want Robbie Lawler to win. I just need him to be more dynamic with the striking. Now, I'm going to move to the co-main event here because I've got Anthony Pettis on my MMA fantasy team. We have our own fantasy league here for those who don't know.
Wait, I thought I had Pettis.
I had Pettis. He was my second pick. Yeah. We pick 15 fighters. We go over the course of 4 months, and we just rack up points for every time they win. And Pettis is in my corner. I picked him for a reason. I understand that Melendez only has 2 losses or 3 losses, but I think that Pettis is going to be a bit more dynamic on the striking. I don't think he's going to get Clay Guided anymore. I think if Ben Henderson wasn't able to do it, and he's bigger. He is bigger than stronger than Clay Guida.
Well, I mean, he did get unexpectedly caught in that arm bar, or was it a triangle?
It was he caught Ben Henderson in the arm bar.
Yeah, it was an arm bar, right?
Right.
Yeah. And he tried to pull out of it like a dumbass.
Like a dumbass.
Yeah, you're supposed to stack that.
That's
shit.
no
Even
offense.
I know that.
That's no offense to Hendricks, but here's the thing, man. Pettis was catching him with those fucking leg kicks early. And he landed 4 leg kicks. I mean, 4 body kicks simultaneously, just one after the other, and it was just a nightmare for somebody like Henderson who fights southpaw. I mean, imagine what he can do against somebody orthodox. I mean, look what he did to Donald Cerrone, and Donald Cerrone is a way better striker than Gilbert Melendez can dream of and pay for.
I mean, Gilbert Melendez has the boxing going on.
He does have the boxing going on, but he's
I mean,
not the best boxer.
I don't see it going far. I mean, unless Gilbert Melendez takes him down and does some ground and pound, I really don't see him pulling out with the W.
I mean, I understand how dynamic he is on the ground. He beat Shannon Aoki, and Shannon Aoki could not land a submission on Gilbert Melendez, that's pretty phenomenal. Is that going to happen with Anthony Pettis? We don't know at this point.
I mean, I doubt that should occur. I mean, Anthony Pettis, look, I mean, he submitted Henderson real quick. I know he lost to Quay Guida, but ever since then, I believe
he's been on
learned
fire
from
dude.
his mistakes, and he's been whooping ass. But
he's been bringing sexy back, man.
I mean, but we know after he wins this fight, you know, he's eventually gonna have to face Mother Russia.
Right.
Shit.
Well, we're gonna get to that in a second. Right now, we're watching the Invicta fights. We're at the main event.
Michelle Waters.
This is kind of a you can watch this a compilation, a companion with the Invicta main event. Harika Tiburcio versus Michelle Watterson.
I got Michelle Watterson too.
I got Michelle Watterson. I want to see what this girl.
I'm in love.
I picked her tonight too.
No, she's on my team.
Oh, she's on your team. She's going to score you some points.
Man, you're already winning, man.
I know.
Quit reminding us. Jordan, what's the score?
I'm getting up there. I'm getting up there with Ryan. I'm getting up there with Ryan. Ryan's in first place right now. He's talking. He don't want to talk about shit.
Who's in third?
My mom. All right, here we go. We got the starting of the bell. We're going to kind of do a fight companion in regards to the podcast. It's going to be a one size fit all podcast. Look at Mauricio. What's her name? Mauricio?
Brazil.
Tiburcio, yeah. We're going to call it Brazil. We got Brazil.
All right.
She's looking. She's a young girl. She's 8-2. She's like a fucking animal. She's not an old lady like the last girl Watterson fought. So
yeah, she beat up an old woman last fight.
She that lady could have been my grandma and shit. If I was Japanese.
Poor thing.
That's what we do over here, though. We talk shit and that's what
Watterson
Loaded Joe's is about.
She ate
man.
one. All right, uppercut.
Look at that, dude.
All right, Brazil's bringing it.
Brazil's bringing the heat, bro. She got the Anderson eye of the tiger.
Watterson with them legs.
Watterson is kicking like a fucking beast. She is. She's swinging for the fences right now, though. She needs to get more technical. There it is. Uh-oh. She's about to sweep her. Oh, snaps.
All right. Hey, first time.
If you're watching this, we're at 3 minutes, 40 seconds right now. You're watching this in regards to the podcast. You just want to turn on Invicta. But who really goes to fucking go watch an Invicta fight if you're on Fight Pass? I'm not hating against Invicta. I'm just saying that's a good position to be in right there.
Yeah.
Again, that's what we do here at Loaded Joe's MMA podcast. We just talk some shit, talk about MMA.
Get loaded.
We're everyday guys like you. We're probably driving in the car next to you while you're listening to this. This is looking.
So right now she's attempting.
Right now, Michelle Watterson's got her in a submission. I got her by submission. I got her winning by submission tonight. Oh my God, she's gonna land it.
Nah, she's too high on her arm.
She pulls it, dude.
Told you she's too high.
I got her submission too.
What kind of shirt is the fucking Brazil wearing? It's just like a half shirt with a little brassiere underneath.
What's the Brazil? I don't even know what you said.
It's what you're wearing right now.
Damn, I'm fucking sexy.
She's wearing a shirt about as much as what John Miller's wearing right now.
Yeah.
In fact, John's might be a little bit shorter. But
I'm bringing sexy.
Got
he's bringing sexy
got
back.
that side boob coming up.
All right. Hey, that's my side boob.
So Michelle Watterson, she's looked pretty amazing since coming back after a year layoff and having a kid. I mean,
man, that girl has had a kid.
She's had a kid. That's why she fought last year. Then her comeback fight this year was against that Japanese cat back in September.
Who's her husband?
At
man?
Invicta 8.
She fought a cat?
A little Japanese cat. Is your mic on, Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
Let's make sure you speak into it.
Talk.
But they gave the thing I don't like about Brazil. They just gave she's 4'11" and they gave her 5 feet. And that was a nice sweep.
Watterson with the takedown.
I might be too picky, but
all right.
The Scissors Sisters are on the ground.
Landing some good ground and pound.
They can pound my ground, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
Grappling me like that any day.
You know what? We're not sexist though. We respect
like
MMA fighters all. It's just that women look hotter sometimes when they're fighting each other, especially when they're pretty.
I mean, we're not doing that shit, so
I'm not gonna get in the ring with Michelle Watterson or Brazil over here.
Hey, she could give me a triangle anytime.
Hey yo. John Miller will lick his way out of a triangle any day of the week.
It's cool. You stack, I look. It's cool. It works out.
Oh my God! Look at Brazil got
with
the reverse. Jesus Louises, dude. Waterson's trying for that sub. Oh my God!
All right, Michelle's in a battle.
Dude, this fight's not gonna go easy. That girl's young. That girl's 20 years old. Oh my God!
All right.
She going for that armbar, girl.
Michelle going for another armbar.
34 seconds left, and Michelle Watterson looks like she's about to land an armbar. Get it, B.
Damn, foot in the face.
There you go, north-south position.
In the eye. Did you see that
how
shit?
she did
Put the toe in the eye.
Nah, hell nah, nigga. Toe in the eye.
That was dirty.
Hey, we don't say that word. John Miller, we don't say that word.
Oh, my bad.
We don't
Yeah,
say that
I
word.
said.
We're going to have to edit that out in post. Beep. We don't say that word. We don't say that word.
America.
There's Ferguson's going on and shit. We
All
can't
right,
say that
this
word.
is a reverse crucifix.
Yeah, she's facing wrong way. On that
Damn,
What's
dude.
up?
It's like a backwards crucifix.
She just needs to take that other gray shirt off.
She's like, hey, you're going over. Went to the wrong corner. Brazil went to the wrong corner. Herbico. What's her Herbica? Can somebody give me her goddamn name?
Look at her eye.
Look at Stitch. Stitch
Wow.
again. Oh my God! Look at Michelle Watterson's eye.
Michelle, I feel for you.
Oh my God. Tiburcio. They're calling Tiburcio. Brazil's name is Tiburcio. We're gonna call it Tiburcio from now on. Now I know how to pronounce her name.
Brazil.
Brazil.
That's
It's not Silva. It's not something easy. That's the thing, man. You get these easy Silva and Shogun Hua. This is easy, but it's Tiburcio.
All right, so Blake,
what's up?
what do you think it's gonna happen in the next round coming up? What do you think the corners?
I think it's going to be the same thing. I mean, Tiburcio's landing on the feet. Oh my God! Look at Michelle Watterson's eye, dude.
Wow. Yeah.
Michelle.
She got a shiner.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Man, look at her. She's
You got a
just
friend.
Like
Look at Tiburcio's face. Look like she just
nothing.
got back from a photo shoot.
He's out in Victor right now.
Man, Tiburcio. She
Sticking her shirt.
She. Do you know what? If it goes to a third or fourth round, Tiburcio might have it in the bag. And I don't want that to happen.
I know no one's.
I mean, I don't mind if it does. I think it'd be interesting to shake up stuff in Invicta finally. I think that they would finally get some recognition. Tiburcio is being like the Madonna.
Hey, look for Cody in the background. He's 6 rows back.
Hey, is it me or Michelle doesn't seem like herself right now? It looks like
Dude, she's never been in this position. Who's landed on her, ever?
Like, yeah.
Who's landed on her ever?
To get hit right now.
She's either taken people down and submitted them, or she's struck back, and she's never had opposition. That little Japanese old lady zombie wasn't about to hit her nothing.
Nah, that was just a punching bag.
She bled dust in the whole fight.
Dust on her.
All right, Michelle. All right, she got her against the gate. Oh no.
Look, Tiburcio wants to get her to the ground right now. She's got her tied up. She's got her back right now from standing position.
All right, she's rolling.
Oh, rolled it.
Reversal.
Watterson's way of winning this fight is going to be with the sub, and I think she knows it.
Oh, nice.
Watterson with the ground and pound.
The other girl's younger. I mean, she could take a beating. You can take beatings when you're young.
Yeah.
I know when I was young, I took a lot of beatings from my parents. So
Chancla.
The Chancla, dude, the almighty Chancla. All praise to Chancla.
No,
But
you know, when that shit comes up in the air, you about to get it.
You are about to get the business.
Man, my question is, how are these bitches' feet getting that black? I mean, I saw it on the last fight.
So on Roxanne Modafferi fight, when she fought KGB, her feet looked like she'd been running in dirt.
She's part of
just running in dirt.
Blackfoot tribe. They exist. I'm just wondering. I mean, like, if you look at the
John.
All right, no.
John Miller, we
dirty.
don't.
Her feet's dirty.
John.
Okay, all right.
Take a shot.
Take a chat. Let me take a half a little chatty body. Tiburcio is her feet are getting dark. I don't know if there's dirt on this Invicta cage, and if there is, shouldn't they clean it? In NBA, they clean the courts. Shouldn't they clean the mats, like in between rounds or something? Isn't there some sort of rule? I don't know. I'm not official, but I'm just saying.
Slippery when wet.
Hey, yo. That's gonna be the word from now on, everybody. You can know I'm out in public when if you say something. That's what she said. I'll say, hey, yo. That's what's gonna happen from now on. This fight is now become a kicking match, and it's
brought to you by Reebok.
Dude, I don't think
Nah,
Invicta's not that popular. Oh my God, dude! Tiburcio just took her down. Got north-south position.
Watterson tried to go for a takedown. Yeah, it's trying to pull guard. Yeah.
Her eye is getting as big as a watermelon at this point. Hey, John Miller, where's that little? Hey yo!
Oh man!
Oh my God, dude! Tiburcio is on top of her, has an arm pinned with her legs, and is trying to rock down elbows or land a Kimura from top position. Now she switched to half guard.
Yeah, I think she's.
And still has an arm
she's
locked
in a bad
up with
position. She's
her
probably gonna get tapped out.
left leg. Oh! Landing the Kimura. Landing the Kimura.
Tap out. She's gonna break her fucking arm.
She is twisting that arm.
Yes. Oh.
That arm is twisted.
Oh, she's out.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Oh
she's
my
out.
goodness.
With the reversal.
This
wow.
fight right now. Her arm is
fucked.
She would have had to torn some tendons in there. She's gonna have to get surgery after this fight, and I don't think Invicta pays that well. So I'm just saying, where's that shot at, John?
You want me to take another one?
I want to take half a little
All
shot.
right.
Give me a little like half a shot.
All right, I got you.
Don't take half a shot.
Loaded
Take a full
Joes.
shot.
Loaded.
This is intense, man. People ain't here for the loaded podcast, man. This is what we could do when we get loaded. So half a shot. I want the whole thing. It smells like
room temperature bitch.
Russian water right here. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. That tastes like Russian water right there.
Warm water.
KGB water right there.
Man, don't remind me.
Oh, we got Michelle Watterson still on top control. She's Tiburcio landed an arm bar. This could be over.
It could be over.
She could get saved by the bell if she doesn't tap.
Ooh.
That arm is broken.
Oh.
That arm is broken, dude.
No, she's
Michelle looks Asian for the first time.
Wow.
Her eye looks closed. Her arm is broken.
That's not broken.
It's been hyperextended. I'm sorry. At the end of round 2, Tiburcio landed that arm bar, and that extended that arm, dude.
Wow.
Watch the replay. That was a bad.
That was bad.
And then with the dude,
bad.
and then was it with that same arm that she almost landed that Americana? Oh my God, dude!
See the
Michelle's
desperation
left
in
arm
her
at this
eyes.
point is
desperate.
not. I don't know what to tell you. Greg Jackson's probably pounding into her. You know, like, you need to stop with this shit. Get it to the ground, and don't be playing games. Michelle's eye is almost as black as her feet right now. This shit is.
Dude, they're remaking the Warriors.
Yeah, they're remaking the Warriors, man. That movie, I love the old school one.
Sidetrack.
Stupid.
Warriors, come out and play. Yeah, you know what's going on then. Look at Michelle's eye, dude. Her left eye
Shining.
looks like a nice shiner. It's gonna be fully loaded tomorrow. Talk about loaded. Hey yo. Oh man, this is getting good right here. Everybody, if you're paying attention out there in podcast land, just listen. You know, I hope you're either at work, and if you're not, I hope you're having a beer and listening to this and watching the Invicta fight. If you can't find, I bet you can go somewhere and find the fight. Oh my God,
I think that might have cost her.
We are in round 3 right now. If you're not a member of Fight Pass, I highly suggest finding a friend who is a member of Fight Pass, as I have done tonight, because I am not paying $10 to the UFC for right now until I get a better job. Podcast life is you know, it doesn't pay for itself, people. You know, but Tiburcio is oh my God,
hip thrust.
Oh my goodness, Tiburcio looks like she's controlling this fight as of right now. I mean, I'm giving her. For sure the last round. So far this round.
Oh, with the reversal.
Oh! She lands the arm and guillotine.
She's our.
Oh!
Damn it.
Guillotine.
Oh! We have a new Invicta Atomweight champion. Oh my God. Watterson is crying because she knows she needs to go back and stop beating up old Asian ladies. This was an amazing fight.
Yeah, this was a fucking brawl.
Oh my! And you know what? Here's the thing: Tiburcio is not even a natural atomweight. She's a natural strawweight. She had to cut even more weight to make this weight for this fight. She was originally scheduled as a strawweight on this card, and they lost the Cyborg fight. And when they lost the Cyborg fight, they replaced the Cyborg fight with Michelle Watterson, and they put this girl, Tiburcia, on the card, which is an amazing fucking story. So I got half a point for this fight. How'd you do, Ryan?
Fuck if I know.
Okay, silence is key.
Silence, yeah. Silence of the lambs over here. You know.
It's hard to be bitter.
You know what? That's the good thing about the sport. Like, especially when it's girls. Like, they're hugging it out.
They're dating now.
They probably are. I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't mind.
I mean, it was a lovely fight.
It was lovely. Dude, look at this. Look at this lock-in. She goes. She's in top control. Is about to sprawl. Goes in and locks in the fucking arm-in guillotine. That's some Conor McGregor shit right there. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Look at that, dude. Punch to the stomach and then says, fuck your life. Sprawl into guillotine. Dude. Is that the first loss of Michelle Watterson's career?
Man, she got fucked.
Can we get Bud, you're in production. Can you look it up? Brother, you're killing me over there. Who's got more than 1%?
Ryan, something.
Jordan said he's streaming Fight Pass. Dude, I've got the Here's the thing. Well, I've got the old school McGregor fights you ain't never seen. I got the shit you ain't never know about. I got that autograph, like, first edition type shit. I got the shit you ain't never know about.
No, she had 3 losses prior to this. 1 TKO, 1 submission, 1 decision.
Really? Michelle Watterson?
Yeah, look.
Jesus Christ, man. She looks like she had a good record.
Well, 12-3.
12-3 was pretty good. Yeah, fuck. All right.
12-4 now.
12-4 now, yeah. You know what? She's going to go back to the drawing board. She's going to come back strong. She's going to beat up some bitches. Everybody's going to want to watch that. I think this is going to make Invicta better because now things are shaking up in Invicta. You no longer have this fucking champion who's beating up old Asian ladies. You have a young champion. I think this girl can make it to the UFC. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a atomweight division within the next 2 years.
2 minutes.
Because they're expanding fucking phenomenally. They have two women's divisions now. They have the 115, the strawweight division. They have the bantamweight division. She said, "Fuck your shit. I'm standing in front of my banner. I'm signed by Reebok." But yeah, I think that that UFC's gonna. You know what? This girl's a natural strawweight, so she can come to the UFC anytime. I'm not gonna be surprised if they sign her. Two more fights, they'll sign this girl. Because she's a natural strawweight. And I think she fucks up Tisha Torres. I think she fucks up Angela Magana. I think she fucks up everybody except for maybe Rose and Carla Esparza.
She's just a bantamweight.
Dude, I think that would be amazing. Yeah. But she's an atomweight champion. She's not a strawweight champion. That's the whole thing. You know, she's a natural strawweight, but she could kill the champion coming in, which would be amazing.
Cody was like, Gina needs to come back.
Gina will not come back because she's too busy thinking she's an actor.
Yeah.
She doesn't. And here's the thing: if she loses, she risks losing that Hollywood money. I'll be like, you fucking lost to a.
Mexico is coming up though.
Mexico is coming up. We got Irene Aldana, and we've got Alexa Grasso putting on for our peoples, my son. We no longer have just Cain Velasquez. We got some bitch power in our corner.
He's not from Mexico, but whatever.
You know what? He's from California. That used to be owned by
close
Mexico.
Enough, right?
You know what? We might as well consider our buddy, who were we talking to earlier?
Matt
Jones. We might as well consider Matt Jones. He's from San Antonio in Texas, That fucking close to the Alamo. God damn it. He might as well be a Mexican too. I love him to death, man. But yeah, good guy. So far, cover 181 main events. What does everybody think about the Todd Duffy, Anthony Hamilton fight, and then the Brendan Schaub and the Travis Brown fight?
That Duffy fight. How about Duffy?
Your voice came back, Jordan. Let's get you. We got Jordan. Our buddy Jordan V on the MIC.
You know, it's been a while since Duffy's been out, but like Duffy's a big motherfucker.
Duffy is.
You know,
big
and when I was watching the fucking weigh-ins,
right,
and that's I didn't realize how big his opponent is. You know, compared to him, I was like, damn.
He's not bigger. He's taller.
He's a big motherfucker.
Anthony Hamilton is big, but here's the thing: Todd Duffy is big too. Like they're big motherfuckers.
No, yeah. But I'm like, well, every fight I've ever seen Duffy in, he's always been the fucking giant.
He's always been the bigger?
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen him fight a bigger guy than him. So, I don't know. This will be interesting considering how long he's been out. We'll see how he does, but I don't know. But the whole card is fucking stacked, period. Pettis fight, I think Pettis is going to win that one. I think Hendricks is going to win the fucking against Lawler.
Nah, yeah, me too. I agree with the Henderson-Lawler prediction.
I mean, considering Hendricks said he fucking tore his bicep in that first round and still fucking finished the fight with a win. Come back fucking stronger.
It's a lot of heart, yeah.
Then, but, you know, who's not to say Lawler's fucking gotten better at the same time. Fucking last few fights fucking did amazing.
So do you think Pettis' injury has possibly have any effect on the possible win tomorrow?
Like the layoffs has been the last fight?
Yeah, like...
Considering, I mean, look at get examples. Dominic Cruz. How was he out?
Yeah,
fucking winning that fight, dominated, first round, done. Pettis, you know, I don't think that layoff is going to fucking affect his fighting style whatsoever. I think he's going to make that fucking layoff.
Here's the thing that everybody's, he's been out since last August. Well, you know what? Gilbert Melendez has been out since last October. I don't think anybody realizes that. Like, he's been out since last fucking October.
Last fight was the one, Henderson? Henderson fight?
No, his last fight was a Diego Sanchez.
No, Diego Sanchez. That's right. That was an amazing.
That was an amazing fight.
That was a good fight.
But here's the thing: they've both been out for almost the same amount of time. So to say one's been out longer than the other, by what, a month and a half? I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. They've both been out for the same amount of time. Have they both been training the same? Have they both been improving the same? Yeah, have they both been getting dynamic the same? Here's the thing with Gilbert Melendez, man. Gilbert Melendez has looked the same every single fight we see him. If you brawl, he will brawl with you.
Yeah, and we watched,
and Jordan, me and Jordan, we worked together. We watched the old school Pride fight when he fought. I don't even fucking remember who he fought, but he fought a little Asian cat. It wasn't Takanori Gomi. It was some other cat. But he fought, and he was in there to bang. Like, he had wrestling if he wanted to.
Yeah,
but he was in there to just. It was a slugfest. Yeah, there was. I mean, he wanted to have technique, but it was a lot of looked like wild Vanderlei UFC Vanderlei punches. You know, just coming out of nowhere, hooks. But Anthony Pettis always comes up, and when you put him in front of you wouldn't put him in front of the camera, he always shows up. I mean, minus that UFC debut. Let's put that aside because you know what, he hasn't gotten dominated since. And prior to that, he hadn't lost since WEC. And after that loss that he lost to, he kicked the shit out of Danny Castillo in the head. Who the fuck just does that to Danny Castillo? Tony Ferguson couldn't even do that to Danny Castillo last fight. To do that to Danny Castillo after you come off a loss is a fucking big deal, dude. And then to just beat where he's at this point, man. To beat Henderson, be the last WEC light champion, come back. Who did he collect wins over? He had the win over Cerrone, but he had a win before that. I can't think. I don't have my internet's up in front of me right now. He had a win before that, and again, we've been having a few. We're getting loaded, so it doesn't matter what he did. He had a win before that. Then he had the Benson Henderson win. And he was fucking winning on the feet, and then when it went down, and he was on his back, which is where nobody wants to be when they're in that position. Yep. He took it. He took full fucking advantage of that fight.
Destroyed that arm.
Fucking destroyed that arm. Like Benson Henderson that arm's not going to be that he can't jack off with that arm anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I expected Henderson to come into that fight, a little more. I thought it was going to go a little longer than just that first quick, submission. I thought it was going to go a few, at least second, third round. considering the way fucking Henderson got knocked out that fucking last time they lost with that fucking Showtime kick. You know, I thought he felt like he had to go in there with something to prove. So you know what? Fucking that was that loss. Everyone fucking like that's on my record that everyone fucking remembers me for losing that fucking fight. So I thought him coming in, but
big chip on
Pettis
his
was
shoulder.
just too fucking good, man. Pettis was just on point. Fucking just schooling him. Fucking got him on that fucking armbar and just took that belt. So I don't know. I'm fucking excited for this Melendez fight. I know it's gonna be a fucking brawl. Fucking Melendez is gonna bring it. Pettis is gonna bring it. Whole fucking fight.
About the Brendan Schaub and Travis Brown fight, let's bring it back. What do you think about that fight, man? We've got Travis Brown, who just left Jackson Winklejohn camp. Then we have Brendan Schaub training out of Rain. He looked. I don't think he looked bad. His last performance with Arlovsky was nothing where I was like, ooh, I want to see another Brendan Schaub fight.
A lot of people say Schaub won that.
But you know what? Brendan Schaub is okay with saying I didn't lose, but you know what? It wasn't the. Nobody even liked that fight. Like that was not. He's very realistic with himself. He runs his own podcast with Brian Callen, The Fighter and the Kid. I highly suggest that podcast if anybody out there in podcast land wants to check it out. But he's very realistic with himself, and he's very realistic when he goes on the Joe Rogan podcast. And he was very realistic in saying that Travis Brown going to Edmund Tavarian's camp, which is where Ronda Rousey trains out of, saying that that's a mistake. I mean, is it?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of back and forth about that. I mean, I can't say it is. It's a fighter's choice. He obviously decided to go there for a reason. So, maybe he'll come in better. I don't know, but we'll see.
How many fighters?
I think Brown's gonna win that fight. I really do. I'm gonna call it like a second round knockout. But
who?
I think Brown's gonna win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know who you going for.
I'll go for Schaub.
You going for Schaub?
I'll go for Schaub, man, because I think how many fighters coming out of Edmund Tavarian's camp are winning outside of Ronda?
Ronda.
Oh, okay. That's my thing, man. And I think that's Brendan's thing too. Like, I'm eating pizza, so that's my thing, man. Like, how many fighters are coming out of Edmund Tavarian's camp, winning fights? Nobody. Shayna Baszler.
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen can win everything. He wins at life. He's already beaten it twice. He's like a Super Nintendo that he moved over to fucking Sega Genesis. He's already beaten everything. But here's the thing, man. Jake Ellenberger, he didn't win his last fight.
I mean, I think Jake lost his spirit. Like he just hasn't seemed fully present since he lost to McDonald. I know he's been seeing someone to help him mentally.
He's got a sports psychologist,
kind of meditating to, kind of retain what that warrior, fearless, brawling spirit he had before. But I mean, honestly, like, I just don't see that. Like, he needs like awakening for him to come back to what he was before. But I mean, I think he still has potential. It's just he's gonna need something to be a catalyst to turn him around.
Yeah, no. I definitely see what you're saying, but I don't think. So the way Edmund Tavarian supposedly coaches people is he breaks them down, gets them to ground level 0, and then builds them back up. Well, with Ronda Rousey, you need he's a boxing coach. So what he really is focusing on is getting your striking back to ground level 0 and building it back up. Well, with somebody who's done judo all their fucking life, of course you can start at ground level 0 and work your way up and fucking win because you know what? You're a fucking striking coach teaching somebody who's never struck in the Olympics how to fucking strike. Way to go, buddy. But when you're teaching somebody who's already knows how to strike, who already knows the game, who already is developed, who already has is already stuck in their ways, like, you're not breaking those habits. And then if you're breaking those habits, you're trying to teach them new shit, they're getting confused. I think Brendan Schaub may be onto something. I do think Travis Brown is more athletic. I do think he has more tools to win. I think he would have a better chance of winning if he was still at Greg Jackson's camp. I do think that going maybe to Edmund Tavarian's camp with only having 2 losses on your record it might not be a good thing.
Suicidal.
It might be, who knows? Maybe he can just, stay in there like he did with Alistair Overeem and then just come out with a win. I mean, that how often does that happen though? And it doesn't happen that often, man. I don't think. I mean, Brendan Schaub's got athleticism too. I mean, the motherfucker played in NFL. He's purely athletic. That's how he got into the fucking sport. Winning, the both of them between each other probably have like 80% KOs. Between each other, like there's not a whole bunch of decisions that go on with these guys. They finish people.
Yeah, I mean, I personally feel that Brandon Shaw is a British striker because I mean, look, he lost to Verdum, and he looked like shit in that fight.
Travis Brown?
Travis Brown lost to him in the last fight.
You said Brandon Shaw. You've been loaded.
I mean, sorry.
You got loaded.
Whatever. They're like the twins and shit, both from NFL.
Hey, John. Take another shot.
What the fuck?
He got loaded. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. That fight's going to be very interesting. Just going to see how dynamic one has gotten and to see where one is going to be. I definitely think it's going to come down to who lands cleaner. Can Brendan Schaub do it first? Can Travis Brown do it first? I mean, I'm hoping Brendan Schaub's not right, but I kind of want Brendan Schaub. I didn't like Brendan Schaub at first. Here's the thing. I've never really liked Brendan Schaub. I didn't like him going into I liked him. He was okay in the Ultimate Fighter, but when he fought Roy Nelson's always been my boy. When he fought Matt Mitrione was my boy. When he fought Mirko Cro Cop was my boy. And in that fight, you notice he was getting dominated for 2.5 rounds until he got kind of. Here's a Brendan Schaub that he gets pulled into a corner and then he comes out of nowhere and wins. He got pulled into a corner in that Mirko Cro Cop fight. He was getting beat to shit, and then he comes out of nowhere and fucking just hits Cro Cop, fucking bam, and Cro Cop's out. Same thing with the Mitrione fight. Like he was kind of dominating that fight, took it to the ground, got a fucking submission. I think he's got the tools to. Oh fuck yeah, dude, that's cool, man. His friend of his just got a picture with Roxanne Modafferi, and she's got a shirt that says "Return of the Roxy," but it's like "Return of the Jedi" though. She's so nerdy. She's pretty cool. But anyways, man, what I was saying, yeah, Brendan Schaub. He's never really been on my top level. When he fought Nogueira, and he thought he was a striker, good for him, man. He shouldn't have struck, and he goes back on record in his podcast and talks about how he should not have struck with Nogueira. He understands that now. So I think he's fighting a smarter battle now with somebody like Travis Brown. What do you think, John? What do you think about the other main event? The other main card fight is the Jesus Christ, which one is it? There's 5 fights. We got the 2 heavyweights. We got the 2 main event, 2 title fights.
Yeah.
And there's one more. What am I missing? There's 5 fights. What are you doing over there? Ryan, look it up. What's the 5th fight on that card?
I'm looking it up right now.
He's not looking it up. He's looking at porn. He's trying to find nudes of Michelle Watterson before she got beat up tonight.
I feel for her though.
And
she hung in there when most people would have quit.
Hendricks, Lawler, Pettis, Melendez, Brown Schaub, Duffy, Hamilton.
What's the other one? I'm missing one.
Ferguson?
Oh, yeah, Tony Ferguson and Abel Trujillo. Good fight, dude. A good fight. What are you doing? Tony Ferguson, Abel Trujillo.
Yeah.
What do you?
John Miller. He's got to see their pictures.
John Miller is putting the X to his neck.
Yo.
Yeah, I got Ferguson.
No, I'm good.
Oh, can you grab me one, please? Yeah, you got Ferguson. I'm taking Ferguson. I think he's got the better wrestling. I think Abel Trujillo looked good in his last fight. Got a knockout, but I think Ferguson looked.
I mean,
looked
Ferguson
thank you,
got
man.
some really good uppercuts too, right? Am I thinking about the right person? He has a.
Did you watch the last fight?
reaching uppercut.
He fought Danny Castillo his last fight. Arguably could have lost. Arguably won. It was a split decision.
Yeah, I remember that fight.
Yeah. That was on that fucking
That's a
shitty ass card that nobody bought. That UFC 177. We definitely watched the next one though. That 178 was fucking a great card. Everybody knows that. We were here live from your mama's house while your daddy's at the bar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I wonder how good this card is going to do because of these. Definitely the fights that are on this card. I mean, you have some really good prelims with the Sergio Pettis and the Uriah Faber, Francisco Rivera. I think this card could be something. I think here pretty soon we're gonna shut down this first podcast. But before I go, what is everybody's thoughts on this Reebok deal? What does everybody think about this? For everybody who doesn't know, UFC just got put into a deal with Reebok for 6 years. All the fighters are now going to be sponsored by Reebok as of July 2015. The first card is going to go into effect is going to be the July 11th, July 12th card. That's going to be in Vegas, and they're no longer going to be sponsor banners. The sponsors are no longer going to be on the shorts. What does everybody think about all this?
I'm gonna go first on this one.
Okay,
I'm gonna say fuck Reebok, Jordache all the way. Do they make shoes?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Jordache? You don't remember?
Who's
Jordache? Jordache is like
That's some Middle Eastern shit. What is that? Jordache. I'm a Jordache.
Man, you don't know.
Mohammed
All right.
Jordache.
Bugle Boy, you remember them?
Okay, Bugle Boy. Okay.
Yeah, Bugle Boy. Go with that.
What-
shit.
Melendez fight we was talking about a minute ago.
Which one?
His pride fight against.
Oh, the little Japanese cat. Oh yeah, look, Gilbert Melendez got them.
Jerry Curl.
He got them. Jerry curls, man. He got Jerry curls going. He probably put some spray in there. He got some Jerry curl juice going. You know what I'm saying? What do you? I mean,
took over your thing.
here's the thing, man. Nike sponsors the NFL. You have Adidas who sponsors the NBA. Shouldn't it be right for a big sponsor to sponsor an organization such as the UFC?
I mean, me personally, I like seeing the different art and graphic design that was coming out on the banners and the T-shirts and the shorts. Like, I mean, me personally, I think we're missing part of the culture in that because people are customizing and advertising for their supporters that believe in them and are willing to invest. So Reebok taking this step into the UFC, I mean, I guess it's naturally a way for UFC to evolve to have such a big sponsor. But I mean, honestly, I'm really gonna miss seeing these different
Right, like Bad Boy.
clothings coming on, like Affliction and shit like
Bad
that.
Boy. I'm looking at Lyoto Machida.
You're
kicking
gonna miss Affliction?
Nah, I mean,
Affliction's
I'm
already
just
gone.
saying,
What is
that's the
everybody
first
talking
name that come to me.
I mean, and that's one thing that is definitely part of the culture: the Affliction, the Tap Out, the Bad Boy.
Tap Out.
I mean, Bad Boy is a huge sponsor of Chris Weidman, of Lyoto Machida, a lot of the Brazilian fighters, which is ironical because they fought each other. But I mean, here's the thing: the champions get money. The people at 1 through 5 ranked get money, get a certain amount of money. The people ranked, 6 through 10 get a certain amount of money. The people ranked 11 through 15 get a certain amount of money. And then the people who are unranked, they get a certain. Don't you think this is good for the people who are just coming into UFC? Can't get sponsors. I mean, this definitely helps them out, and they can customize their shorts. Like they can put whatever colors that they want to on them. Granted, it'll say Reebok, but I mean, they can put if they want the tight Shogun Hua shorts, they can have them. If they want the trunks, the loose fitting, Uriah Faber trunks, they can have those too.
I just want my shorts to say Torchy Tacos on them. Torchies.
Torchies they will one day
sponsor Ryan.
They will
He's
sponsor.
Awesome.
Ryan R of the Loaded Joe's MMA podcast. If you're listening out there, Torchies, we love you. And your chips and queso because it's so delicious. And sometimes when you have that waffle taco with the little shit inside. It's so good. Anyways, we're getting off track. I'm being fat right now. This is no good. But yeah, I think this Reebok deal will definitely benefit the people. I think a lot of podcasts have kind of hit a nail on the head. It'll benefit the people at the bottom. It'll benefit the champions at the top. Will it benefit the 11 through 15 ranked people? I don't know. If somebody who's unranked, say like Joe Lozon, and he's making the same as Jimmy Smo, like they're making the same amount of money. Is that fair? I don't know. I'm not a fighter. Do we know how much it is? It could be more than what they're making with their sponsors now. It could be less. Who knows? And right now everybody's being quiet because they're watching the Melendez and Kawajiri fight, which is a fight we were mentioning earlier. And Melendez got this, this afro that looks like he smokes weed just every day with Nate and Nick Diaz, and I don't know. He got that Jew-fro kind of rocking, but he's not Jewish. He's Mexican.
Jordan's got the Jew.
Jordan's got a Jew-fro rocking. It's okay. We know Jews have gone through a lot. We love them, but yeah, we're not going down that road. But they're not causing the Ferguson. But yeah, closing on that, I'm gonna touch up on one last thing. I think I want to start having us just ask random ass girls who don't know anything about UFC. Just show them pictures of the champion fights, the co-main event, main event fights, and see who they pick. I asked my girlfriend. She knows nothing about MMA, nothing about UFC. She just knows that I watch a whole fuck ton of it and doesn't like it. But I showed her pictures, and based off of the pictures, I asked her who would win the main event, co-main event fights. So I asked her who would win against Anthony Pettis and Gilbert Melendez. She picked Anthony Pettis. Asked her who would win against Johnny Hendricks and Robbie Lawler. She went with Lawler. I was happy with her for those two decisions because that's actually who I'm going with for the fights tomorrow. Let's end with everybody's predictions. John, who do you think takes it tomorrow? And do you kind of have a look at real quick reason why?
Honestly, I mean, I really don't have a reason as to why Gilbert Melendez is not going to take the belt away from Pettis, but I just don't see the fire that Pettis is coming back with over that injury. But I mean, yeah, he has stand up, but honestly, I think Pettis is going to beat him in that category as well. When it comes to the Hendricks fight and Robbie Lawler, I honestly believe that Hendricks.
So who was your pick for that fight? I wasn't clear. Was it Melendez or Pettis?
Oh no, I'm picking Pettis for.
Okay,
for that
good,
fight.
good.
Sorry
Okay.
about that. I mean, I was just pointing out the good thing that Melendez is good at is his boxing and his stand up. So,
he's got.
But
okay
yeah,
stand-up.
I mean, he looked. His boxing's real crisp, but I mean, other than that, I really don't see him being Pettis, especially with those body kicks that he took out with Cerrone with. So. But when it comes to the Hendricks fight, Hendricks all the way, baby. Texas, no torn bicep. I believe he's gonna be close to 89 to 100%, and he's gonna definitely gonna lay some haymakers and make Robbie really think, about if he made the right decision to take this fight again. What about you, Blake?
I mean, of course, I just said I'm going with the same thing as my girlfriend. I mean, she doesn't know shit about MMA. Just based off of pictures of the two fighters. But again, those are my picks. I'm going with Anthony Pettis. Of course, he's on my fantasy team. And I'm going with Robbie Lawler. I think with how dynamic he's been lately, and I think he's learned some stuff. I understand Hendricks has takedowns. And I understand that's probably going to be his game plan going in. I think we're going to see more takedowns going in. But I think that Robbie Lawler is going to be able to understand that what he needs to do in a championship fight that he didn't do in that first one, which is the same thing that Hendricks learned when he fought GSP and lost that 5th round. He came back that fight with Robbie Lawler and won that 5th round and understood what it took to be a champion. And I think that Robbie Lawler can do that. So I'm going with Lawler and Pettis for the wins tomorrow. Not sure how just yet, but I think they could take it. What about you, Ryan?
I'm going Hendricks, Pettis, and I'm also thinking that the Hamburglar is gonna make an appearance, and he's gonna knock out Mario Yamasaki. Fuck your heart, Mario.
Fuck, that's gonna be the greatest UFC we've ever seen. Jordan, do you have any picks? I know your voice is kind of coming back. It's probably coming back because of the alcohol. What do you think is going on over here?
Short and sweet. I'm just saying Pettis, Hendricks.
Pettis, Hendricks.
Those are my picks right there.
His picks right there.
We got Bud up on this.
Got producer Bud. Producer Bud. What do you, Uncle Bud? What do you think?
I'm gonna go with Uriah Faber.
Uriah Faber.
That's it.
Is he winning 1 or 2 belts?
All belts.
All belts.
And the women's belt.
And Uncle Bud. Uncle Bud with our producer Uncle Bud, man. He says Uriah Faber takes all belts. Even TJ Dillashaw's
producer. Nice little tag. I got executive producer.
No, Casey's downstairs. He's
your paper mache belt.
He bought a belt over it. We just went to the UFC in Austin. He bought a belt. He thinks he's the world champion of everyone. This guy's funny. Producer Uncle Bud over there. He's doing good. But I think that kind of ties it up for everybody. I think we're coming back in another week. We're gonna land another one here in about a week or so. I think we could probably come back next Saturday. So if everybody tunes into then, you'll find us on Twitter. And Facebook. I'll post a link. You can find me at Blake Stevenson on Twitter. You find me Blake Stevenson on Facebook. John, you want to plug yourself away?
What's up? Again, he's been calling me Miller Time and shit like that, but I'm John at MATX, Austin, Texas, baby. What's up? You can hit me up on Twitter at John Maddox if you want to Google that and find me out. But other than that, you can hit me on Facebook with the same name and shit like that, even if you want to step back to MySpace. But anyways, Ryan has a few
Ryan, where can people find you at, brother?
You can't find me nowhere.
You can't find him in the streets. He's hidden. If I want to thank everybody for Jordan. You want to let people know where they can find you at, maybe? No, they like your voice. They don't.
You can find him at the Mexican restaurant.
You can find him in your mama's closet while your daddy comes back home. Yeah. I want to give a shout out again.
Trapped in the closet.
Trapped in the closet like R. Kelly. I want to give a shout out again to our guest Matt Jones for joining us. He came in for about 30-40 minutes, and I talked to him earlier, and it was just going to be 15-20 minutes. I want to give a big thanks to him. Again, you can find Matt Jones at FightJones3 on Twitter, or at Instagram at FightJones, or on Facebook at Matt Fight Jones, or his website FightJones.com. Again, this is the Loaded Joe's MMA podcast. I want to thank everybody. Episode 1. Yeah. I want to thank everybody for listening, taking some time out of your day, whether in your cubicle, whether you're driving home and
jerking off.
You're about to beat your meat. It doesn't even matter. We say everything, we do everything, and we love everybody. I want everybody to have a good rest of whatever it is, day, morning, night, evening. Maybe you've seen the sun coming up. I don't even know what you're doing. You live in Japan, Okinawa, Japan, wherever you're at. I don't care. I want to thank everybody for listening. Until then, until next time, peace. Love, chicken grease. All right, everybody. Bye.